So earlier today, Sarah Huckabee Sanders was on Fox and Friends, and she was asked about immigration. Now, that seems to be sort of the main thing the Republicans are talking about and running on as we get closer and closer to the midterms. Basically because, look, the tax cuts have failed. A majority of Americans are now in favor of common sense gun regulation. So that's not something that the Republicans can run on and get a majority of people. And look, you have Democrats out there that are basically energized. A lot of progressives out there that are very energized. And so they're facing a bit of a problem. So here they go. They're going to talk about immigration. In fact, they resort to fear-mongering about this caravan of 1,200 desperate people fleeing likely death from Honduras, from South America. Now, during an interview on Fox and Friends on Monday, Huckabee Sanders is going to do some massive projection on the issue of DACA, in which, of course, Donald Trump had tweeted about during Easter. Now, let's watch.
The president made multiple offers on DACA. He wanted to see something get done, and Democrats refused to actually put something on the table or work with the president to get anything done. They wanted to use DACA recipients as political pawns. I think what's happened here is incredibly sad. Hopefully, Democrats will stop playing political games and actually show up to do what they were elected to do and improve things for people in this country and improve the process that we're going through. Look, the president wanted to make a deal. He made two incredibly generous offers that went far and above even what the previous administrations had done on DACA, and Democrats still refused to make a deal. And I think it's because we're getting close to an election. They don't want to see the president continue to win like he has for the last year and a half, and they're going to do everything they can, even if it means hurting people across this country, if they think that it takes a hit at the president.
Oh, my God. They're going to try to hurt people. They're going to try to hurt Americans as long as they can take a shot at the president. Oh, that's a massive projection. Now, look, to be fair, I wish the Democrats had fought more on DACA. I think they actually did give up because the politics they saw were not favorable to them. They didn't want to shut down the government over these 800,000 people. And look, to be honest, polling said that, yes, while most Americans, 87% of Americans are in favor of DACA, they didn't want to face a government shutdown. I didn't agree with that position. I said, shut it the fuck down. Let's do this because these people, they're in crisis. Now, thankfully, the courts have intervened, so we don't have to do that. Nonetheless, 99%, around about 99% of these DACA recipients, these 800,000 people, are law-abiding citizens. And over 90% of them are in school or are working, have jobs. And so what's the problem with the Republicans taking up DACA? Oh, right, they don't want to piss off their ultra-white nationalist base, which is what's going on. Now, according to a CBS poll, 87%, as I said, of Americans support DACA, while most Americans oppose building a wall. Now, that's what Donald Trump wanted to do. He's like, okay, I will give you this deal on DACA, but I want $25 billion for my fucking wall. And, of course, the Democrats decided, no, we're not going to take that deal. And I actually do agree with that decision. Now, that said, let's talk about winning, right? Oh, see, the Democrats don't want to do anything because we're winning, right? I mean, they don't want to see the president continue to win like we've been doing for the last year. Well, let's talk about that. Donald Trump's had the worst approval rating of any president in his first year. Pretty sad, right? But okay, so he's got a low approval rating. Fair enough. How about their big achievement, the Republicans' gigantic achievement, the thing that Donald Trump was so proud about doing? That's the Trump tax cuts, right? Well, it turns out that a majority of Americans are not seeing any benefit from those tax cuts. They're barely sitting in their paychecks, and if they are, they're basically crumbs. So, yeah, people are like, I thought you said this tax cut was going to help us. It's not helping at all. Well, yeah, but okay, so maybe you're not seeing money in your paycheck, but jobs. We're doing better on jobs, right? We got better jobs, right? No, it looks like people are actually the people that Donald Trump helped tried to say that we're going to help the most. ended up losing their jobs. For example, people lost jobs at Carrier. They decided to move their plant. You also have Verizon that fired a bunch of people, Sam's Club, etc. I mean, there's a gigantic list of companies that decided, you know what, we're going to take these tax cuts and then we're going to fire people. We're going to just lay them off. We're going to get rid of them because we don't need them. And we're going to take that extra money from the tax cuts and we're going to go do executive stock buybacks, which help out our shareholders. Because that's our entire point for being a corporation is we're going to enrich our shareholders. No, we're not going to create jobs that we don't need. No, the only thing that creates jobs is more demand. But we don't have that kind of demand. So because most people don't have money, regular people don't have money. Most of it's gone to the top. And of course, these tax cuts have just done a lot more to exacerbate income inequality. So congratulations, you've done literally nothing. And one more thing that he's done, we're no longer winning on, even though they're saying, no, we're winning energy, right? So Donald Trump has deregulated fossil fuels. So, hey, we're winning on that. Natural gas, coal, oil, all that stuff. But we're not winning on solar. You know why? It's because Donald Trump just put a bunch of tariffs on the solar industry. In fact, that's going to lose us about 23,000 jobs in the fastest growing industry in the United States, the fastest growing employer in the United States. Now we're seeing job losses thanks to Donald Trump. So, hey, winning, right? Well, who's winning? Well, I know who's winning. Rich people and corporations. All right. But anyway, look, you want to talk about hurting people, right, for political gain. Well, the Trump administration has been doing just that. Now, look, did the Democrats play politics with people's lives? Of course they do, right? Now, so do the Republicans, and it's absolutely maddening. It's like neither of them are interested or capable in doing the right thing, which in this case is protecting people who were brought here as children and who have now made America their home. They're Americans. This is the only home that they actually know. As I said before, like 99% of DACA recipients are law-abiding citizens. They're not criminals, and the majority of them have jobs and or are getting an education. And if you want to think politically, 87% of Americans all across the political spectrum, includes Republicans, independents, they all approve of the DACA program. So, look, stop playing politics, right? And this is for the White House. Stop playing politics and stop trying to get people, taxpayers, to fund your fucking wall. And look, again, that's the only reason that Trump ended DACA in the first place. Oh, I want to go to put it to Congress so that I can get funding for my wall. Because, look, I know Mexico's not going to pay for it. Yes, that was his campaign promise. Oh, he was going to build a wall. Mexico. No, Mexico wasn't going to pay for the wall. They were never going to pay for the wall. It was always going to be on taxpayers. That's why we don't want to waste $25 billion on something that could be defeated by a $10 ladder from Walmart. It's ridiculous, right? And look, Democrats, as I said before, they're not going to take any deal that involves funding for the wall. Because right now, look, you can't even do a deal because this is now an issue that's in the courts. Trump, right now, he's already lost. Look, if you ask me, losing is not exactly the same as winning. So, look, the Trump administration, as I said, because they are not winning, they're doing all these political hit jobs, and they're doing this rhetoric that has no basis in reality. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.